Hello and welcome to the Science for Sleep channel. Tonight, we're going to slow things down and gently explore the extraordinary wonders of our home planet, Earth. This is a quiet journey into the living world that surrounds us, a world so familiar that we often forget just how miraculous it truly is. Together, we'll uncover some of the astonishing ways life has not only managed to survive here, but to flourish in environments that once seemed impossible. Life exists in nearly every corner of this planet, in forms both visible and unseen. It glows softly in the crushing darkness of the deep ocean, clings stubbornly to bare rock in the driest deserts on Earth, and drifts invisibly through the air with every breath we take. Some life forms have remained almost unchanged for hundreds of millions of years, while others have evolved remarkable abilities that allow them to endure extremes of heat, cold, pressure, and isolation. Each organism, no matter how small, is like a tiny miracle, carrying with it a piece of the vast puzzle that connects all living things. If you enjoy these gentle, drifting explorations of science and nature, you're warmly invited to like and subscribe, or to share your favorite thought or fact in the comments below. It helps guide other sleepy minds to this quiet place, one peaceful soul at a time. But for now, there's nothing you need to do at all. Simply rest. Breathe slowly and gently. Let your muscles soften, your thoughts slow, and allow yourself to drift as the stories of life on Earth begin to unfold. Life on our planet may have begun far from sunlight, deep beneath the ocean's surface. When we imagine the origins of life, it's easy to picture shallow, sunlit pools warmed by gentle rays. Yet many scientists now believe the story may have started in one of the darkest environments on Earth: deep-sea hydrothermal vents. These towering, chimney-like structures rise from the ocean floor and release scalding water filled with minerals from deep within Earth's crust. Though this environment sounds hostile and extreme, the chemistry happening there is rich and dynamic. The minerals surrounding these vents may have acted as natural catalysts, forming tiny chambers where simple molecules gathered, reacted, and slowly assembled into more complex structures. Some researchers believe these mineral pockets served as the planet's very first laboratories, sheltered spaces where fragile early life could emerge, protected from the violent conditions of early Earth. Even today, these vents are alive with strange creatures that survive without sunlight, drawing energy directly from Earth's internal chemistry. It's a humbling thought that life's first steps may have been taken not in warmth and light, but in darkness, pressure, and heat. Some creatures on Earth possess the astonishing ability to survive being frozen solid. Imagine becoming encased in ice, your heart stopped, your blood no longer flowing, then waking up again as if nothing happened. For certain animals, this is not a fantasy, but a survival strategy. Frogs like the North American wood frog can allow their bodies to freeze almost completely during winter. Their hearts stop beating, their organs shut down, and ice forms inside their tissues. Yet special chemicals, including high concentrations of glucose, act as natural antifreeze, protecting their cells from damage. When warmer temperatures return, these frogs thaw out and hop away unharmed. Insects and microscopic invertebrates have developed similar adaptations, enduring deep freezes that would be fatal to most life. These abilities reveal that life is not as delicate as it seems. Instead, it is endlessly creative, capable of pausing and restarting itself, as though Earth has written resilience directly into the rhythm of living things. There are entire ecosystems on our planet that exist completely without sunlight. We often think of the sun as the foundation of all life. Plants capture its energy, animals eat those plants, and food webs grow upward from there. Yet far below the ocean's surface, beyond the reach of any light, life thrives in total darkness. Around hydrothermal vents, blind crabs, towering tube worms, and ghostly fish gather in abundance. Here, bacteria form the base of the ecosystem through chemosynthesis, a process that uses chemical energy from substances like hydrogen sulfide instead of sunlight. These bacteria nourish larger organisms, creating rich food chains without a single photon of light. In deep underground caves, other creatures live their entire lives without ever seeing the sun. Over time, their eyes shrink or disappear, while senses like touch and smell become finely tuned. Life, it turns out, does not depend on light alone, can build entire worlds in darkness. Jellyfish have been drifting through Earth's oceans for more than 500 million years. They existed long before dinosaurs walked the land, before trees rooted themselves in soil, and before many of the life forms we recognize today. For over 500 million years, jellyfish have survived mass extinctions that erased countless other species. Their bodies are simple and almost alien, soft, delicate forms made mostly of water, without bones, hearts, or complex brains. And yet, their design is so effective that it has changed very little across deep time. They pulse gently through the sea, sometimes glowing with soft bioluminescent light, sometimes forming massive blooms visible even from space. Jellyfish can regenerate damaged tissue and thrive in environments where many other animals struggle. Watching one drift through the water is like watching living history, a reminder of how enduring a simple, elegant design can be. Some of the smallest life forms on Earth survive by eating rocks. While most organisms rely on plants, animals, or sunlight, certain microbes draw energy directly from minerals. These organisms, known as lithotrophs, extract electrons from substances like iron, sulfur, or even uranium to fuel their metabolism. Deep beneath Earth's surface, in places where no light or organic food ever reaches, entire microbial communities survive on bare stone. Scientists believe these organisms may resemble life on other worlds, simple, resilient, and capable of thriving under extreme conditions. Over vast spans of time, these microbes can even alter the chemistry of their surroundings, slowly shaping the planet itself. They are invisible miners, patiently working in darkness, quietly reminding us of life's extraordinary adaptability. The oldest known living organisms on Earth are more than 10,000 years old. When we measure our own lives in decades, such ages feel almost impossible to comprehend. Deep beneath Arctic waters, clonal colonies of seagrass like Posidonia oceanica have been spreading and renewing themselves for over 10 millennia. On land, massive clonal forests such as the quaking aspen known as pando cover entire landscapes with genetically identical trees, all connected through a single root system. These organisms have endured ice ages, climate shifts, and the rise and fall of civilizations. Their longevity shows us that life does not always persist through individuals, but through continuity, through constant renewal across time. Some trees possess the remarkable ability to clone themselves for thousands of years. Though they appear still and solitary, many trees carry a quiet secret. When their branches touch the ground, they can take root and grow into new trunks. Species like willow and poplar spread this way, forming vast stands of genetically identical trees. Pando, the trembling giant of Utah, is one of the most famous examples. A forest of more than 40,000 stems, all part of one ancient organism. While individual trunks rise and fall, the life beneath continues. Unlike animals, which usually live and die as individuals, trees can persist by endlessly renewing themselves, sending new shoots toward the sky while older forms gently fade away. The forest is both mortal and immortal at the same time, ancient yet endlessly renewing. It is a living reminder that life can outweat time not only through endurance, but by spreading itself quietly across generations, persisting as a collective rather than a single body. Trees rise, fall, and return again, while beneath them networks of roots and fungi bind the forest into one breathing system. What appears still and silent is, in truth, constantly becoming something new. In this way, the forest teaches us that immortality in nature is rarely about permanence. It is about continuity, about life learning how to flow forward without ever truly ending. Hidden within one such forest lies a living giant. In the Blue Mountains of Oregon exists one of the largest organisms on Earth, a vast fungus known as Armillaria ostoi. At the surface, it appears unremarkable, nothing more than scattered mushrooms emerging quietly from the forest floor. But beneath the soil stretches an immense web of thread-like filaments called mycelium, all interconnected, spanning nearly 10 square kilometers. This single organism is thousands of years old and weighs an estimated hundreds of tons. Its presence is invisible to most eyes, yet its reach dwarfs even the largest animals to ever walk the planet. Slowly and patiently, its filaments spread through the soil, infiltrating tree roots, digesting wood, and recycling nutrients back into the forest. As you walk through that woodland, believing yourself surrounded by countless individual trees and fungi, you are in fact standing atop the living body of one enormous being. It is both eerie and awe-inspiring, a quiet reminder that Earth is filled with secret giants, vast lives unfolding beneath our feet. Even within your own body, you are not a single being. Science reveals something both humbling and astonishing. There are more microbial cells living in and on you than there are human cells that make you, you. Bacteria, viruses, fungi, and archaea inhabit your skin, your mouth, your gut, and even deeper tissues. Together, they form what scientists call the microbiome, a bustling internal ecosystem that influences digestion, immunity, mood, metabolism, and overall health. Many of these microscopic companions are essential to your survival. Without them, your body could not function properly. Others coexist quietly, neither helping nor harming, simply sharing space. This inner world shifts constantly, responding to what you eat, where you live, and how you experience the world. When you realize that much of what makes you alive is not human at all, it becomes clear that life is never solitary. Even within ourselves, we are communities, intricate networks of cooperation woven into a single form. Some of the toughest creatures on Earth are nearly invisible. Tardigrades, often called water bears, are tiny animals less than a millimeter long, resembling wrinkled, eight-legged cushions with small snouts. Despite their size, their resilience is legendary. When conditions become hostile, when water disappears, temperatures plunge, or radiation surges, tardigrades enter a remarkable state called cryptobiosis. They dry out almost completely, shutting down their metabolism and suspending life itself. In this state, they can survive freezing, boiling, intense radiation, and even the vacuum of outer space. Scientists have exposed tardigrades to conditions that would instantly destroy most life forms, and still they endured. After years in this suspended state, they can be revived simply by rehydration. Their survival depends on special proteins and sugars that protect their DNA and cell structures from damage. Tardigrades stand as living proof that life can persist where it seems utterly impossible, hinting that equally resilient life might exist beyond Earth. In the ocean, identity itself can change. Many fish possess the extraordinary ability to switch sex during their lifetimes. In clownfish communities, for instance, the largest and most dominant individual becomes female, while the others remain male. If the female dies, the next largest male undergoes a complete transformation, becoming female and taking her place. In wrasses and groupers, sex changes can occur in either direction, depending on what best maintains balance within the group. These transformations involve profound biological shifts. Hormones change, reproductive organs restructure, and behaviors adapt accordingly. In these underwater societies, survival depends on flexibility rather than fixed roles. Nature shows us that the boundaries we often consider rigid can be fluid, reshaped when circumstances demand it. Few animals embody renewal as completely as the axolotl. Often called the Mexican walking fish, this amphibian retains a youthful appearance throughout its life, complete with feathery external gills and an almost perpetual smile. But its true marvel lies beneath the surface. Axolotls can regenerate entire limbs, spinal cords, hearts, and even portions of their brains. When injured, specialized cells revert to a flexible state and rebuild lost structures with astonishing accuracy, leaving no scars behind. Scientists study axolotls closely, hoping to unlock secrets that could one day allow humans to heal in similar ways. For the axolotl, regeneration is not extraordinary. It is simply life continuing as it always has. Some frogs survive winter not by escaping it, but by waiting it out in silence. During the cold months, certain species bury themselves beneath mud or leaf litter and stop breathing altogether. Frogs like the marsh frog absorb oxygen directly through their skin and slow their metabolism to near stillness. For months, they exist in a suspended state, consuming almost no energy. When spring returns, they awaken as if no time has passed. Their survival teaches us that patience can be as powerful as action, and that sometimes enduring means becoming still. Even the smallest animals can wield immense power. The pistol shrimp, a creature only a few centimeters long, possesses a claw capable of producing one of the most powerful forces in nature. When snapped shut, the claw creates a jet of water so fast it forms a cavitation bubble. As the bubble collapses, it releases a shockwave, a flash of light, and temperatures hotter than the surface of the sun, all within a fraction of a second. Entire shrimp colonies can sound like crackling fires beneath the sea as thousands of claws snap in unison. It is a stunning reminder that size does not determine strength. Some birds navigate the world using forces we cannot sense. Many migratory species can detect Earth's magnetic field, using it as an internal compass. This ability, known as magnetoreception, may involve magnetic particles in their bodies or light-sensitive proteins in their eyes that allow them to perceive magnetic patterns. This hidden sense guides birds across oceans and continents, enabling astonishing journeys with unerring accuracy. To them, Earth's magnetism is a quiet map etched into the air itself. And among the most remarkable travelers of all are monarch butterflies, delicate wings carrying them thousands of kilometers across generations, guided by instincts written deep within their tiny bodies. Every autumn, as the year slowly turns and the air begins to cool, millions upon millions of monarch butterflies embark on one of the most extraordinary migrations in the entire animal kingdom. With wings so fragile and paper-thin they seem almost too delicate for the task, these small travelers rise into the sky and begin an epic journey that carries them from Canada and the United States all the way to the misty mountain forests of central Mexico. It is a voyage that spans thousands of kilometers, crossing open plains, winding rivers, deserts, mountains, and human cities alike. What makes this migration even more astonishing is that no single butterfly completes the entire round trip. Along the way, new generations are born, each one instinctively continuing the journey begun by those that came before. By the time monarchs return north in the spring, they are the great-grandchildren of the butterflies that first set out months earlier. Somehow, guided by instincts science still struggles to fully explain, they find their way back to the same forests, and often the very same trees year after year. To witness a forest slowly filling with fluttering orange and black wings is to see living poetry in motion, delicate travelers following invisible maps written deep into their very being. Octopuses have 3 hearts and blue blood, setting them apart from nearly every other creature we know. The octopus is one of Earth's strangest and most intelligent animals, and its circulatory system alone feels almost alien. Unlike humans, who rely on a single heart to move blood through the body, octopuses have 3. 2 of these hearts pump blood through the gills, where oxygen is absorbed, while the third sends oxygen-rich blood to the rest of the body. And instead of iron-based blood that appears red like ours, octopus blood is copper-based, giving it a pale, icy blue color. This adaptation allows them to survive efficiently in cold, oxygen-poor waters where other creatures might struggle. Yet the marvel of the octopus does not end with its blood. They can squeeze their soft bodies through openings no larger than their beaks, instantly change the color and texture of their skin to blend into their surroundings, and solve puzzles with startling intelligence. Some have been observed opening jars, escaping enclosures, and learning through observation. To encounter an octopus is to meet a form of intelligence shaped along a completely different evolutionary path, reminding us that life does not follow a single blueprint. Crows can recognize human faces, a skill that reveals just how advanced their minds truly are. Among birds, crows rank as some of the most intelligent, possessing memory, reasoning, and problem-solving abilities that rival those of certain primates. One of their most striking talents is their ability to distinguish and remember individual human faces. In scientific experiments, crows have been shown to remember people who treated them poorly, reacting defensively even years later. They have even been observed warning other crows about specific individuals, passing this knowledge through their social groups. But their memory is not limited to grudges. Crows also recognize kindness. Some have been known to leave small offerings, shiny pebbles, bits of glass, or other objects, in return for food. Their ability to judge, remember, and communicate information about humans demonstrates a depth of social intelligence that feels uncannily close to our own. When a crow tilts its head and fixes you with its dark gaze, it's hard not to wonder who is truly observing whom. Dolphins call each other by unique names, revealing an extraordinary level of social awareness. Beneath the shimmering surface of the ocean, dolphins live in tight-knit communities filled with cooperation, play, and constant communication. One of their most remarkable abilities is the use of distinct signature whistles, which function much like names. Each dolphin develops its own unique whistle early in life and carries it throughout adulthood. Other dolphins use these sounds to call out to specific individuals, and dolphins can recognize their own whistle even when another dolphin produces it. This suggests a strong sense of identity and self-awareness that is rare in the animal kingdom. Dolphins have even been recorded calling out to companions that are temporarily separated from the group, almost like a roll call echoing through the sea. To imagine a pod of dolphins weaving gracefully through the water while calling one another by name is to glimpse a sophisticated underwater culture we are only beginning to understand. Elephants can detect storms from astonishing distances, sometimes hundreds of kilometers away. These gentle giants are remarkable not only for their immense size, but for their extraordinary sensitivity to their environment. With ears that act like massive receivers and feet capable of detecting subtle vibrations through the ground, elephants can sense approaching storms long before they arrive. Researchers believe they may pick up infrasonic sounds, deep, low-frequency rumbles created by thunder or shifting weather systems that fall far below the range of human hearing. This ability allows elephants to begin long migrations toward water or shelter well in advance. They also use similar low-frequency calls to communicate with one another across vast distances. For creatures so large, their awareness is astonishingly refined. To stand near an elephant is to be close to a being deeply attuned to the quiet signals of the earth itself. Whales sing songs that change over time, turning the ocean into a living orchestra. Beneath the ocean's surface, where light slowly fades into endless blue, humpback whales release long, haunting songs made of moans, cries, and complex melodies. These songs can travel hundreds of kilometers through the water, carrying across entire ocean basins. A single song can last for hours, repeating in cycles as the whale drifts or swims slowly through the sea. What makes these songs even more remarkable is that they evolve. Over months and years, entire whale populations gradually change their songs, adding new phrases and removing others, as though collectively agreeing to reshape the melody. Sometimes, a new song spreads rapidly across vast regions, with entire groups adopting it almost overnight. Scientists still do not fully understand why whales sing or why their songs change. Whether for communication, courtship, or something closer to art, their voices transform the ocean into a constantly evolving symphony. Some bats use polarized light to navigate, reading patterns in the sky invisible to us. When the sun dips below the horizon, twilight fills the sky with subtle bands of polarized light created as sunlight scatters through the atmosphere. Though invisible to human eyes, these patterns are visible to certain bats. Remarkable navigators of the night, they use these cues as a silent compass, helping them orient themselves during long journeys. Combined with echolocation, this ability allows bats not only to dart effortlessly through forests, but to migrate across vast distances with astonishing accuracy. Imagine seeing the dusk sky not as fading color, but as a glowing web of guiding lines pointing the way home. For bats, the world contains layers of information we cannot perceive. Slime molds can solve mazes without having a brain, challenging our ideas about intelligence itself. Slime molds are neither animals, fungi, nor plants, but something entirely their own. They exist as enormous single cells that slowly creep across surfaces, extending delicate tendrils in search of food. Despite having no neurons or nervous system, they display behaviors that resemble problem-solving. In laboratory experiments, scientists placed slime molds inside mazes with food sources at multiple exits. Over time, the organism expanded into every corridor, withdrew from dead ends, reinforced the shortest route, and ultimately traced the most efficient path through the maze. They can even anticipate repeating events, behaving as if they remember what happened before. For a brainless organism, this is astonishing. Slime molds suggest that intelligence is not confined to brains, but can emerge from the collective behavior of living cells. Intelligence, it seems, is not a shape but a process. Some ants farm fungi underground, practicing agriculture long before humans ever did. Long before people planted crops or tended fields, ants had already mastered farming. Leafcutter ants, for example, march in endless processions, cutting fragments of green leaves and carrying them back to their subterranean nests. But they do not eat the leaves themselves. Instead, they carefully chew and mulch the plant material, using it to feed cultivated fungi that grow in warm, humid chambers below the ground. The ants tend these fungal gardens, protecting them from pests and harvesting them as their primary food source. It is a quiet, ancient partnership that has existed for millions of years, reminding us that cooperation and cultivation are among the oldest survival strategies on Earth. This fungus becomes the ants' primary food source, forming the foundation of their entire society. Over millions of years, ants and fungi have co-evolved into a state of complete interdependence. The fungi cannot survive without the constant care of the ants, and the ants cannot survive without the nourishment the fungi provide. This partnership is so precise that neither organism can exist alone in the wild anymore. Even more astonishing is the fact that the ants employ an additional ally, symbiotic bacteria that live directly on their bodies. These bacteria secrete natural antibiotics, protecting the fungal crops from parasites and invading molds that could otherwise destroy the colony's food supply. What humans have only managed to achieve in roughly the last 10,000 years through agriculture and medicine, ants accomplished tens of millions of years ago through instinct and evolution. Beneath the soil we walk on every day lies an ancient system of farming so old and refined that it often goes completely unnoticed. Leafcutter ant colonies can grow to astonishing sizes, rivaling the scale of human settlements. A single colony may contain millions of individuals, spreading through vast networks of underground chambers that stretch dozens of meters in every direction. These are not simple nests, but sprawling, living cities beneath the ground. Endless streams of worker ants move along invisible highways, carrying freshly cut leaves above their heads like tiny green banners. Underground, the colony is carefully organized into specialized zones. Warm nurseries where larvae are tended, protected vaults where the queen resides, and enormous chambers devoted entirely to cultivating fungi. The queen herself may live for up to 20 years, continuously laying eggs that sustain the colony across generations. Communication within the colony flows through pheromones, invisible chemical signals that function like public announcements, directing workers where to go and what tasks to perform. When scientists map these colonies, they resemble human cities, complete with waste management systems, food production centers, and efficient distribution networks. The difference is humbling. These societies are built by blind insects no larger than fingernails, guided entirely by instinct. Termites, too, are master builders, constructing structures that rival human engineering. In the hot savannas of Africa and Australia, termite mounds rise from the earth like towering cathedrals of clay, some reaching heights of more than 6 meters. Inside these monumental structures live millions of termites, carefully tending their colony and farming fungi for sustenance. What makes these mounds truly extraordinary is their ability to regulate temperature. Despite blistering heat during the day and cold nights, the interior climate remains remarkably stable. The mound functions like a living lung, with chimneys, vents, and porous walls that allow air to circulate naturally. Termites continuously modify the structure, opening or sealing passages as conditions change. Their designs have inspired architects seeking sustainable, energy-efficient cooling systems for human buildings. Standing beside one of these mounds feels like standing next to a breathing skyscraper, constructed grain by creatures guided by nature's quiet genius. Far below the ocean's surface, in regions untouched by sunlight, life glows. The deep ocean, a realm of eternal darkness, is illuminated by bioluminescence. Countless organisms produce their own light, glowing in shades of blue, green, and sometimes red. Tiny plankton sparkle like drifting stars when disturbed, while fish dangle luminous lures to attract prey. Jellyfish pulse with neon patterns, some erupting in sudden flashes to confuse predators. In this world, light is not decoration. It is language, weapon, camouflage, and invitation. Some creatures glow continuously, while others flash in sudden bursts that resemble explosions in the dark. For sailors throughout history, glowing seas inspired awe and fear. But for the animals that live there, this radiance is simply life. In the deepest darkness, the ocean becomes its most dazzling, a place where the absence of sunlight gave birth to light of an entirely different kind. On warm, humid nights, fireflies transform forests into living light shows. In places like Southeast Asia or the Great Smoky Mountains, darkness fills with thousands of tiny golden flashes. At first, the lights appear scattered and random. Then, slowly, entire populations fall into sync, blinking together in perfect rhythm like the steady heartbeat of the forest itself. This synchronization emerges naturally as each firefly adjusts its timing to match its neighbors, until waves of light ripple across the trees. Scientists believe this coordination helps them attract mates more efficiently. To witness it feels almost unreal. Walking through a forest as the air pulses with rising and falling light feels as though nature itself is breathing. Insects no larger than grains of rice create displays that rival the grandest human fireworks, night after night, as part of a timeless dance. Some squid have taken camouflage to an almost magical level. Squid are masters of disguise, their skin packed with specialized cells that control color, reflection, and light scattering. Chromatophores, iridophores, and leucophores work together to create shifting patterns, ripples, stripes, and textures that blend seamlessly into sand, rock, or open water. Some species go even further, rendering themselves nearly invisible. By bending and scattering light in precise ways, they erase their outlines entirely, dissolving into the surrounding water. Others become nearly transparent, their internal organs faintly visible while the rest of their bodies vanish. In the open ocean, where hiding places are rare, invisibility becomes the ultimate defense and an effective hunting tool. Squid approach prey like ghosts, unseen until it is too late. What seems like science fiction is, in fact, perfected biology. Certain sharks also glow in the dark, transforming predators into living lanterns. Lantern sharks produce soft bioluminescent light along the undersides of their bodies, glowing in gentle greens and blues. This light acts as camouflage, matching faint sunlight filtering down from above and rendering them invisible to predators below. In some species, glowing patterns may also serve as signals for communication, helping sharks identify mates or rivals in the darkness. The light comes from specialized organs called photophores, scattered across their skin like constellations. In the ocean's twilight zone, these sharks drift silently, glowing like stars that swim. The abyss is not empty darkness, but a theater of light where even hunters shine. Among the most mysterious animals on Earth is the Greenland shark, a creature that can live for more than 4 centuries. In the icy waters of the North Atlantic, these massive sharks glide slowly through the deep. Many are partially blind, parasitic worms clinging to their eyes, yet they persist for centuries. Radiocarbon dating of their eye tissue has revealed individuals over 400 years old, making them the longest-lived vertebrates known. Some Greenland sharks were alive before Shakespeare wrote his plays, before telescopes mapped the stars, before modern nations existed. They grow at an incredibly slow pace, sometimes less than a centimeter per year, and may not reach maturity until well over a century old. Their cold, dark habitat and unhurried lives seem to shield them from time itself. To imagine such a creature moving silently through the ocean for centuries is to realize that time flows very differently for other lives on this planet. Some fish can survive without oxygen for weeks, defying what we consider a fundamental rule of life. For most animals, even a few minutes without oxygen means death. Yet in frozen ponds and slow-moving rivers, where ice seals the surface and oxygen disappears, certain fish endure. Goldfish and their wild relatives, crucian carp, survive weeks without oxygen by switching their metabolism into an extraordinary mode. Instead of producing lactic acid, which quickly becomes toxic, they convert it into ethanol alcohol, which they release harmlessly into the surrounding water. This remarkable biochemical adaptation allows them to wait out long, suffocating winters beneath the ice. When thaw returns, they resume normal life. It is not comfort that sustains them, but endurance. While humans struggle after only minutes without air, these fish persist in quiet stillness, proving that life can rewrite its own rules when survival demands it. The lungfish has the extraordinary ability to hibernate in mud for years, a survival strategy so extreme that it seems almost unreal. When drought tightens its grip on the land and once flowing rivers shrink and vanish, leaving behind cracked clay and hardened earth, most fish are doomed to perish. Their world disappears, oxygen fades, and life drains away. But the lungfish does not share this fate. This ancient survivor, often described as a living fossil, carries within its body both gills for water and lungs for air, a rare combination that hints at its deep evolutionary past. Rather than fighting the drought, the lungfish has learned the art of waiting. As water levels retreat and the last pools evaporate, the lungfish burrows downward into the soft mud, disappearing beneath the surface. There, it secretes a slimy coating that gradually hardens into a protective cocoon around its body, sealing in moisture and shielding it from the outside world. Inside this earthen capsule, its metabolism slows to almost nothing, a biological whisper compared to the rush of normal life. The lungfish breathes with its lungs in tiny, carefully rationed sips of air, conserving energy with astonishing precision. In this state, it can remain dormant not just for weeks or months, but for years at a time, patiently enduring the harshness above. When rains finally return and rivers swell once more, soaking the land and restoring flowing water, the lungfish awakens. With slow, deliberate movements, it breaks free from its hardened cocoon and wriggles back into the renewed river as though no time has passed at all. This remarkable suspended animation is known as estivation, and it allows lungfish to survive extremes that would kill nearly any other vertebrate. Their strategy is not resistance, but patience, not struggle, but trust in the return of water. It is a lesson in endurance written into their very bones, a reminder that sometimes survival means knowing when to sleep through hardship rather than confront it head-on. Some eels travel thousands of kilometers to spawn, embarking on one of the most mysterious journeys in the natural world. For centuries, the lives of eels baffled scientists and philosophers alike. Even Aristotle once puzzled over their origins, unable to find any evidence of reproduction, leading him to believe they emerged spontaneously from mud. Today, we know better, yet the eel's life cycle remains one of nature's most astonishing migrations. European and American eels spend most of their long lives in rivers and lakes, quietly growing and maturing for decades in freshwater environments. Then, when the time comes to reproduce, something ancient stirs within them. They abandon the rivers they have known all their lives and begin an epic journey thousands of kilometers across the ocean to the Sargasso Sea, a remote region of the Atlantic thick with drifting seaweed. There, far from land, they spawn in the open ocean and then die, their life's purpose complete. Their offspring, tiny transparent larvae shaped like delicate willow leaves, drift helplessly on ocean currents for months or even years. Slowly, they transform, changing form as they are carried back toward distant continents. Eventually, these young eels enter rivers their parents will never see, continuing a cycle so improbable and so hidden that even today scientists struggle to observe it directly. Despite modern technology, the eel's full story remains elusive, one of the ocean's deepest and most enduring mysteries. Parrotfish sleep wrapped in cocoons of mucus, turning rest into an act of defense. Beneath coral reefs, as daylight fades and night settles over the ocean, parrotfish prepare for sleep in a way unlike most other fish. Rather than simply hiding among rocks or coral, they secrete a layer of mucus from their bodies, slowly enveloping themselves in a transparent bubble. This slimy cocoon acts like a sleeping bag, masking their scent from predators such as moray eels that hunt by smell in the darkness. It may also serve as a barrier against parasites that roam the reef at night. Watching a parrotfish resting inside its shimmering cocoon feels almost magical, like witnessing a creature wrapped in a ghostly veil. When morning arrives, the fish breaks free from its protective shell and returns to its daily work, crunching coral with its powerful beak-like jaws and producing the fine sand that forms tropical beaches. Night after night, this ritual repeats, a bed spun from mucus, fragile yet effective, standing between life and death in the darkness. It is a quiet reminder that even sleep in the wild is never simple, but a carefully managed act of survival. Seahorses reverse traditional roles by having males give birth. In their underwater world, expectations are turned upside down. While males of most species compete to fertilize eggs, male seahorses take on the role of pregnancy itself. After elaborate courtship dances and gentle displays, the female deposits her eggs into a specialized pouch on the male's body. Inside this pouch, the male fertilizes the eggs and provides oxygen, nutrients, and protection as they develop. Weeks later, the male goes into labor, contracting and writhing as dozens of fully formed miniature seahorses are released into the water. This unique arrangement allows females to produce more eggs while males shoulder the burden of care. Watching a male seahorse give birth is both surreal and deeply moving, a powerful reminder that gender roles in nature are fluid and that parenting can take many forms. In the seahorse, we glimpse an oceanic inversion of our expectations. Some insects can walk on water, turning physics into everyday movement. Water striders, delicate insects with long, spindly legs, glide effortlessly across ponds and streams as though skating on glass. Their secret lies in microscopic hairs on their legs that repel water and trap a cushion of air, preventing them from breaking the surface tension. With each step, they push against tiny dimples in the water, using the surface like an invisible trampoline. Entire groups of striders can move together in synchrony, dancing across reflective water surfaces. For them, the surface is not a boundary, but a habitat offering food and safety from predators below. What seems miraculous to us is simply daily life refined over millions of years. Water bears, or tardigrades, can withstand deadly radiation and conditions that would destroy nearly all other life. These tiny, plump creatures are among the most resilient organisms ever discovered. Beyond surviving the vacuum of space, they can endure radiation levels thousands of times greater than what humans can survive. They do this by producing unique proteins that protect their DNA and by entering a near-death state known as cryptobiosis. In this condition, their bodies dry out, metabolism nearly stops, and their cells become extraordinarily resistant to damage. Years later, with just a drop of water, they can return to life. Scientists study tardigrades closely, hoping their resilience may one day inform medicine, radiation protection, or even space exploration. Invisible to the naked eye, they remind us that strength is measured not by size, but by endurance. Some algae survive by living inside rocks. In the harshest deserts on Earth, where sun and wind make the surface nearly uninhabitable, certain algae retreat into stone itself. These organisms live within the porous interiors of rocks, sheltered from heat and dehydration, while surviving on faint traces of light and moisture. Found in places like Antarctica's dry valleys and the Atacama Desert, they endure conditions so extreme they resemble Mars. Their existence whispers that life does not require abundance, only opportunity. Lichens are partnerships between algae and fungi, composite organisms born from cooperation. Though they appear simple, they are unions where fungi provide structure and protection while algae generate energy through photosynthesis. Together, they colonize bare rock, ice, and rooftops, slowly reshaping landscapes and paving the way for other life. Some lichens live for thousands of years, surviving extremes that kill most plants. Their persistence teaches that survival often depends on partnership rather than competition, a lesson as old as Earth itself. Certain bacteria breathe metal instead of oxygen. In places where oxygen cannot reach, such as deep mud or underground aquifers, these bacteria use iron, manganese, or even uranium to power their metabolism. By doing so, they reshape their environments, forming rust-like coatings and altering chemical landscapes. Even in darkness and isolation, life finds ways to breathe, adapt, and endure. Their ability hints at an ancient chapter of Earth's history, a time long before oxygen flooded the atmosphere and reshaped the planet. In those distant eras, life relied on very different chemistry. The air was thin or non-existent, and survival depended on elements we now think of as inert or lifeless. These metal-breathing bacteria are living echoes of that primordial world, carrying forward strategies forged billions of years ago when iron, manganese, and other elements drove metabolism instead of oxygen. Their existence also expands our imagination beyond Earth. If life here can thrive without oxygen, then worlds orbiting distant stars, planets with toxic atmospheres or buried oceans, may not be barren after all. To imagine organisms that breathe metal is to recognize just how adaptable life can be, transforming substances we consider dead and unusable into fuel for persistence. What seems hostile or empty to us may, for life, simply be another opportunity waiting to be claimed. Some microbes can digest plastic, revealing life's unsettling ability to adapt even to humanity's most unnatural creations. Plastic, perhaps the most enduring invention of modern civilization, now blankets the planet. It drifts through oceans, settles into soils, and fragments into invisible particles that enter food webs and bodies alike. Designed to resist decay, plastic was meant to last for centuries. Yet life has already begun to find a way in. In recent years, scientists have discovered microbes capable of breaking down certain plastics, using them as a source of energy. One bacterium, Ideonella sicyensis, produces specialized enzymes that dismantle polyethylene terephthalate, the plastic commonly used in bottles and packaging. These enzymes slice long polymer chains into smaller pieces the microbe can consume. Fungi, too, have demonstrated plastic digesting abilities under laboratory conditions, slowly gnawing away at materials once thought indestructible. Though these processes are slow and imperfect, they hint at something profound. In just a few decades, organisms are already evolving to exploit a substance that never existed in nature before. It is a sobering reflection of humanity's impact on the planet, but also a testament to life's relentless creativity, its refusal to leave any niche unused for long. Trees communicate through underground fungal networks, forming hidden societies beneath our feet. Below the forest floor lies a vast, invisible web, delicate threads of fungi weaving through soil and stone, binding tree roots into sprawling networks. Through these fungal highways, trees exchange nutrients, sending sugars, nitrogen, and phosphorus to one another depending on need. They also transmit chemical signals, quiet warnings of insect attacks, disease, or drought. Older, larger trees, often called mother trees, play a central role in this underground exchange, nourishing young seedlings and supporting struggling neighbors. Scientists have nicknamed this system the Wood Wide Web, a silent communication network that has linked forests for millions of years. Above ground, trees appear solitary, towering individuals spaced apart by chance. Below ground, they are deeply interconnected, participating in constant exchange. To walk through a forest with this knowledge is to see it differently. Every trunk becomes part of a greater whole, every root a node in a living network where cooperation quietly shapes survival. Plants can also release chemical warnings to their neighbors, proving that stillness does not mean silence. When insects begin chewing on leaves, some plants respond by releasing volatile chemical compounds into the air. These invisible signals drift on the breeze to nearby plants of the same species, alerting them to danger. In response, neighboring plants begin producing bitter chemicals, thickening their tissues, or releasing scents that attract predators of the insects. In essence, plants warn one another of approaching threats. Some even alter the flavor of their leaves so dramatically that herbivores abandon them altogether. To human senses, these warnings pass unnoticed, faint perfumes lost in the air. But within forests and fields, they function as alarms, chemical cries carried on the wind. Plants are not passive victims of their environment. They are active participants in an ongoing struggle, communicating through a language written not in sound, but in scent and chemistry. The Venus flytrap takes plant intelligence a step further by counting the movements of its prey. This iconic carnivorous plant snaps shut on insects, yet it does so with remarkable restraint. Inside each trap are tiny trigger hairs. A single touch is ignored, preventing wasted effort from falling debris or raindrops. Only when a second touch follows within about 20 seconds does the trap close, sealing the prey inside. In effect, the plant counts, Once shut, additional movements trigger the release of digestive enzymes that slowly dissolve the insect into nutrients. This ensures the plant only expends energy when a genuine meal is captured. For an organism without nerves or a brain, this behavior is astonishing. Watching a Venus flytrap in action feels like witnessing intelligence expressed through leaves, a patient hunter that waits, measures, and responds with silent precision. Some plants even remember past experiences. Memory is often thought to belong exclusively to animals, yet certain plants display forms of learning. In experiments, the sensitive plant Mimosa pudica, which folds its leaves when touched, was repeatedly dropped in a harmless manner. Initially, it responded defensively, closing its leaves each time. But gradually, the plant stopped reacting, as though it had learned the stimulus posed no threat. Weeks later, it still remembered, ignoring the harmless drops while responding to new dangers. This memory does not rely on neurons, but on biochemical changes within cells that alter future responses. Plants may be rooted in place, but they are not unaware. They record experience, adjusting behavior based on the past in quiet, chemical ways. Bamboo demonstrates nature's speed and resilience through explosive growth. Among the fastest-growing plants on Earth, bamboo can stretch nearly a meter in a single day under ideal conditions. Its hollow, segmented stems allow water and nutrients to surge upward with remarkable efficiency. For centuries, humans have relied on bamboo for food, shelter, tools, and art. Yet its rapid regrowth also makes it a symbol of renewal. While forests take decades to recover, bamboo can return within a single season, embodying strength through flexibility and power through design. The Titan arum produces the world's largest flower, a spectacle both breathtaking and grotesque. Deep within the rainforests of Sumatra, this rare plant blooms only occasionally. When it does, a single flowering structure can rise over 3 meters tall. The interior glows deep crimson, while the plant releases an odor resembling rotting flesh. This stench attracts beetles and flies that pollinate the plant as they search for decay. For a brief time, the Titan arum becomes a living monument, drawing crowds and fascination. Its bloom is fleeting but unforgettable, a dramatic reminder that life often expresses itself in extremes. Some orchids deceive insects by imitating females, mastering illusion as a survival strategy. Their petals mimic insect shapes, while chemical compounds release pheromone-like scents. Male insects, fooled by the disguise, attempt to mate with the flower, transferring pollen in the process. To humans, the orchid is beautiful. To the insect, it is a convincing promise. Through deception, the orchid secures its future, revealing that in nature, survival often depends not only on strength or speed, but on illusion perfected over time and these delicate blooms. Evolution reveals its most cunning strategies, showing that survival is not always achieved through strength, speed, or violence. Instead, it can arise through deception, persuasion, illusion, and the subtle, almost artistic power of seduction. Across millions of years, plants have refined methods that appeal not to force, but to instinct, desire, and sensory manipulation. These flowers do not fight their pollinators or chase them down. They invite them, deceive them, and guide their behavior with exquisite precision, proving that in nature, beauty and trickery often walk hand in hand. The corpse flower smells like rotting flesh to attract pollinators, making it one of the most unforgettable encounters in the natural world. Few experiences are as striking as standing near a corpse flower in full bloom. Native to the rainforests of Sumatra, this colossal plant releases an odor so powerful and foul that it can travel hundreds of meters through the air. To human senses, it is overwhelming, a nauseating stench reminiscent of decaying meat, spoiled food, and death itself. Yet to flies and beetles that feed on carrion, this scent is not repulsive but irresistible. Drawn by the promise of food, they crawl deep into the flower's cavernous structure, brushing against pollen as they explore its folds. As they move between blooms, they unknowingly complete the plant's reproductive mission. By imitating death, the corpse flower ensures its own continuation of life. During the few brief days when it flowers, the plant becomes a spectacle both grotesque and mesmerizing, attracting crowds eager to witness and endure its smell. Within its unsettling beauty lies a powerful lesson. Survival can take many forms, and even revulsion can be transformed into a tool for reproduction. Some seeds can survive dormant for thousands of years, turning patience into a form of immortality. Seeds are nature's time capsules, sealed vessels carrying the blueprint of future life. Wrapped in protective shells, they wait silently for the precise conditions needed to awaken. Some seeds bide their time not just for seasons or years, but for centuries and even millennia. In Siberia, scientists successfully revived a flowering plant from a seed buried in permafrost for over 30,000 years. In the Judean desert, a 2,000-year-old date palm seed was coaxed back to life, sprouting leaves that reached toward a sun far removed from the world it was born into. This extraordinary endurance comes from the ability to nearly shut down metabolism, preserving delicate tissues against time's slow erosion. Seeds may appear lifeless as they lie buried in soil or sealed within ancient ruins, but within them sleeps a spark of possibility. To hold such a seed is to hold patience itself, a quiet promise that tomorrow's forests can be carried through ages of silence. Mangrove trees can filter salt from seawater, thriving where land and ocean collide. Along tropical coastlines, mangrove forests rise from brackish waters, their roots twisted into dense, knotted webs. These trees survive in environments that would kill most plants, where salt threatens to poison every cell. Mangroves overcome this challenge through remarkable adaptations. Some species filter salt at the root level, allowing only fresh water to enter their tissues. Others expel excess salt through specialized glands in their leaves, leaving behind white crystalline residue. Their sprawling roots stabilize coastlines, prevent erosion, and create sheltered nurseries for fish, crabs, and countless marine creatures. Acting as living barriers, mangroves soften storm surges and protect inland ecosystems. Each tree is both engineer and guardian, proving that survival in harsh environments comes not from resistance alone, but from adaptation and quiet resilience. Some grasses survive wildfires by hiding life beneath the ground. Wildfires can race across landscapes, reducing forests and plains to ash in minutes. Yet when the smoke clears, grasses are often among the first to return. Unlike many plants, certain grasses store their vital tissues underground in resilient structures such as rhizomes or bulbs. While flames consume everything above, these hidden organs remain insulated below the soil. Within weeks, blackened earth erupts with fresh green shoots. In fact, many grasslands depend on periodic fires to clear dead material and enrich the soil with ash. What appears destructive is actually part of a cycle of renewal. Watching a prairie recover after fire is witnessing resilience in motion, proof that destruction and rebirth are deeply intertwined. Coral reefs are built by tiny animals yet support entire ecosystems. When we imagine reefs, we picture vibrant underwater cities alive with color and motion. Yet these massive structures are constructed by coral polyps, tiny animals related to jellyfish. Each polyp secretes calcium carbonate, slowly building hard skeletons that accumulate over thousands of years. Individually fragile, together they create formations visible from space. Coral reefs support nearly a quarter of all marine life, offering shelter, food, and breeding grounds. They also protect coastlines by absorbing wave energy. Without corals, tropical oceans would be nearly lifeless. Their quiet labor creates kingdoms of biodiversity, delicate yet essential. Clownfish live in symbiosis with stinging anemones, forming one of the ocean's most famous partnerships. Among the reef's dangers, clownfish find refuge within anemone tentacles armed with venomous stinging cells. Most creatures would perish instantly, but clownfish are coated in a protective mucus that renders them immune. In exchange for shelter, they defend the anemone, clean debris, and improve water circulation. Rarely straying far, the fish and anemone form a bond of mutual survival. Their bright colors dancing among deadly tentacles illustrate how trust can flourish even in hostile environments. Cleaner fish operate living service stations on reefs, where predators and prey coexist peacefully. Species such as wrasses establish cleaning stations where larger fish gather, not to hunt, but to be cleaned. Predators open their mouths and hold still as cleaners remove parasites and dead skin. Both benefit and conflict dissolves into cooperation. These stations reveal that even in nature's competitive world, moments of peace and trust can emerge. Some sharks never stop swimming because motion is life itself. Certain species must swim constantly to force oxygen-rich water over their gills. Known as obligate ram ventilators, they move day and night. Even sleep comes in motion, with parts of the brain resting while the body continues forward. For them, the ocean is both highway and home, existence sustained by endless movement. Sea turtles use the moon and stars to find the ocean. On warm beaches, hatchlings emerge and crawl toward the brightest horizon, guided by moonlight reflecting off the waves. This ancient navigation system has guided them for millions of years, leading tiny lives toward an immense as adults. Sea turtles navigate even greater distances, embarking on journeys that span entire oceans to return to the very beaches where they were born decades earlier. After spending most of their lives roaming vast open seas, they somehow locate a precise stretch of coastline, sometimes no wider than a few hundred meters. How they achieve such extraordinary accuracy remains partly a mystery to science. Researchers believe that Earth's magnetic fields play a crucial role, allowing turtles to sense subtle variations like an internal compass, while celestial cues such as the position of the sun, moon, and stars help guide them across open water. To imagine a creature navigating by the faint shimmer of stars is to glimpse a system of travel older than maps, older than compasses, older even than written history. It is navigation written into instinct itself, a reliance on the sky and planet rather than tools. Their journeys remind us that even the smallest spark of light can guide life across immense darkness, and that memory can be etched not just in minds, but in the very fabric of biology. Penguins can drink salt water safely, a remarkable ability that allows them to thrive in some of the harshest environments on Earth. In the icy seas where penguins live, fresh water is often scarce or locked away as ice. Yet penguins dive, hunt, and swim for hours without suffering dehydration. Their secret lies in specialized salt-filtering glands located just above their eyes. When penguins drink seawater or swallow salty prey, these glands remove excess salt from their bloodstream. The salt is then expelled as highly concentrated droplets that drip from their beaks or are forcefully expelled in tiny sprays when they shake their heads or sneeze. This elegant adaptation frees penguins from reliance on rivers, lakes, or rainfall, allowing them to live fully within the marine world. Watching a penguin shake its head and scatter a fine mist of salt water is to witness a quiet miracle of physiology. Beneath their tuxedo-like feathers lies a body perfectly engineered for ice, ocean, and endurance. A bird that turned the sea itself into its endless drinking fountain. Some birds sleep while flying, solving a problem that seems impossible to most creatures. High above open oceans, where land is distant and rest is impossible, certain birds have evolved the ability to sleep on the wing. The great frigate bird is a striking example, capable of staying airborne for weeks at a time without landing. Scientists studying these birds discovered that while flying, they shut down one half of their brain at a time, allowing one side to rest while the other remains alert enough to maintain flight and direction. These micronaps may last only seconds, but repeated over long journeys, they provide enough rest to survive. It is an astonishing adaptation, the ability to dream while moving, to rest without stopping. Imagine drifting through the sky, eyes half closed, carried by invisible currents of air, suspended between wakefulness and sleep. For birds that live at the edge of endurance, sleep itself has become flexible, creative, and redefined. Albatrosses can glide for hours without flapping, making them true masters of the wind. Spending most of their lives over open oceans, albatrosses possess wings that can stretch up to 3.5 meters across. These immense wings are perfectly shaped for a technique known as dynamic soaring. By skillfully angling their bodies into layers of wind that move at different speeds above the ocean, albatrosses rise and fall in vast arcs, extracting energy from the air itself. This allows them to glide effortlessly for hours or even days without a single wing beat. With this gift, they can travel tens of thousands of kilometers each year, circling entire oceans. They sleep while flying, drink rainwater collected in their beaks, and touch land only to breed. To see an albatross floating endlessly above rolling waves is to witness a creature entirely at home in the sky, riding invisible highways of wind as if the entire atmosphere were built for its journey. Hummingbirds' hearts can beat over 1,000 times per minute, making them among the most extreme athletes in the natural world. Tiny and radiant, hummingbirds hover in midair, dart sideways, backward, and straight up with astonishing precision. Their wings beat so fast they blur into invisibility, demanding immense amounts of energy. To fuel this effort, their hearts race at extraordinary speeds during flight, sometimes exceeding 1,000 beats per minute. Their metabolism burns so intensely that they must feed almost constantly, visiting hundreds of flowers each day to drink nectar. At night, however, hummingbirds enter a state known as torpor, dramatically slowing their heart rate and body temperature to conserve energy, like slipping into a miniature hibernation. Despite their size, some hummingbirds migrate across vast distances, including non-stop flights over the Gulf of Mexico. In their jewel-like bodies beats a rhythm as fast and fiery as life itself can burn. Some birds dance elaborately to court mates, turning reproduction into performance art. In species such as birds of paradise, courtship becomes theater. Males carefully clear display areas on the forest floor, then perform intricate dances involving hops, sways, and dramatic feather displays. Their plumage transforms into glowing shapes of color and symmetry, bodies becoming living sculptures of light. Females observe closely, judging precision, creativity, and stamina. Elsewhere, grebes perform synchronized dances on water, running side by side across the surface in perfect harmony. These displays are more than instinct. They are performances refined by evolution over countless generations. Each movement is a declaration of health, vitality, and genetic promise. To watch these dances is to see survival expressed through beauty, rhythm, and grace. Lyrebirds can mimic chainsaws and car alarms with astonishing accuracy. Deep in Australia's forests lives the lyrebird, a master of mimicry unlike any other. Its tail feathers form the shape of a lyre, but its true wonder lies in its voice. Lyrebirds can imitate nearly any sound they hear, from other birds and natural forest noises to camera shutters, chainsaws, and car alarms. Males weave these sounds into elaborate songs designed to impress females, layering artificial and natural noises into eerie, complex compositions. Standing in a forest and hearing a lyrebird is like listening to the environment itself replayed in unexpected ways. Its mimicry is so precise it can fool even trained ears. In the lyrebird, nature created not just a singer, but an impressionist capable of reflecting the modern world through an ancient wild voice. The Arctic tern migrates from pole to pole each year, making it the greatest traveler on Earth. Every year, this small bird journeys from Arctic breeding grounds to Antarctica and back again, a round trip of more than 70,000 kilometers. In doing so, it experiences 2 summers annually, chasing sunlight across the globe. Over its lifetime, a single tern may fly a distance equivalent to traveling to the moon and back multiple times. Despite its delicate appearance, it endures storms, oceans, and endless skies, guided by instincts scientists still struggle to fully understand. The Arctic tern is defined by motion, its life a continuous arc of light and distance. To imagine such a tiny bird tracing vast paths across the planet is to realize that migration itself can be a form of cosmic dance. Some spiders use silk as parachutes to travel through the sky. When young spiders hatch and face overcrowded conditions, they climb to high points, raise their abdomens, and release strands of silk into the air. Caught by the wind, these threads lift them upward in a behavior known as ballooning. Carried by breezes, spiders drift across fields, forests, and even oceans. Some have been found thousands of meters above the ground, floating unseen among clouds. Others land on ships far from shore, having crossed seas without wings. Watching a spider rise gently into the air on gossamer threads is to witness flight reduced to its simplest form, movement powered by patience and chance. Orb weaver spiders can spin silk stronger than steel, making them among nature's finest engineers. Their circular webs glisten with dew in the morning light, fragile in appearance yet incredibly strong. Spider silk is lighter than cotton but stronger, gram for gram, than steel. It stretches without snapping, absorbing energy that would shatter other materials. Orb weavers produce multiple types of silk, each with a specific purpose. Strong radial lines, sticky spirals to trap prey, and softer silk for wrapping and protection. Despite their delicate structure, these webs routinely capture insects far larger than their builders. Scientists have long sought to replicate spider silk for use in medicine, engineering, and textiles, but its complexity remains unmatched. In these silvery threads lies proof that strength does not always look powerful. Sometimes it is nearly invisible. The spider, with its delicate legs, silent movements, and endless patience, accomplishes night after night what even our most advanced human technology still struggles to replicate. As it weaves silk with flawless precision, it creates structures that are lightweight yet incredibly strong, flexible yet durable, designs refined by millions of years of evolution. While humans experiment in laboratories trying to mimic these materials, the spider works effortlessly in darkness, guided by instinct older than civilization itself. Its creations are not just traps, but masterpieces of engineering, reminders that some of nature's greatest innovations arrive quietly, spun thread by thread beneath the stars. Trapdoor spiders build hinged homes underground, hidden worlds of remarkable ingenuity. Beneath grass, fallen leaves, and forest debris, these spiders excavate burrows in the soil, lining the walls with silk to strengthen them and prevent collapse. At the entrance, they craft camouflage doors made from soil, moss, and plant matter, all stitched together with spider silk and attached with a flexible hinge. These doors fit so perfectly into the surrounding ground that they are nearly impossible to detect. From within the burrow, the spider waits in complete stillness, sensing the faintest vibrations transmitted through the silk-lined walls. When an unsuspecting insect passes overhead, the door suddenly bursts open, and the spider lunges upward in a flash, seizing its prey before retreating back inside. The door swings shut again, sealing the entrance as if nothing happened, leaving no trace of the ambush. These underground fortresses protect the spider from predators, harsh weather, and heat, while offering the perfect position for hunting. Unlike the open, airy webs of orb weavers, trapdoor spider homes are monuments to secrecy and patience. To walk past one is to be unaware of the drama unfolding inches beneath your feet, a hidden world of hinges, shadows, and sudden violence concealed beneath the soil. Some wasps turn other insects into zombies, employing some of the most unsettling survival strategies found in nature. Parasitic wasps lay their eggs inside living hosts such as caterpillars or cockroaches. When the larvae hatch, they feed internally, carefully avoiding vital organs to keep the host alive. During this process, they release chemicals that hijack the host's nervous system, altering behavior in horrifyingly precise ways. One species forces a cockroach into complete docility, guiding it like a puppet to a burrow where it becomes living food for the developing larvae. Another wasp manipulates a caterpillar into standing guard over the wasp's pupae, violently defending them from predators even as its own body weakens. These victims exist in a disturbing limbo, neither fully alive nor dead, transformed into tools for another species' survival. These behaviors may sound like science fiction, but they are real outcomes of evolution's cold logic. To contemplate such strategies is to glimpse nature's darker genius, adaptations as eerie as they are effective. Honeybees perform dances to communicate locations, transforming movement into language. Inside the humming hive, bees share information not with sound or symbols, but through precise physical motion. When a forager discovers a rich source of nectar, she returns to the hive and performs the waggle dance, tracing looping patterns that encode both distance and direction of the food relative to the sun. Other bees gather around, watching and feeling the vibrations through the comb, interpreting the message with astonishing accuracy. Guided by this dance, they fly directly to the flowers described. This system allows entire colonies to function as a single coordinated intelligence, efficiently harvesting resources across wide landscapes. The dance even adjusts as the sun shifts position in the sky, remaining accurate throughout the day. Watching bees move in rhythmic patterns while their sisters observe is to witness a society bound by motion itself. A language as ancient as flowers, where survival and beauty are inseparable, and choreography becomes knowledge passed from body to body. Some frogs carry tadpoles on their backs, displaying an unexpected tenderness in the struggle for survival. In the rainforests of Central and South America, species like the strawberry poison dart frog take on remarkable parental roles. After eggs hatch, the male carefully lifts each wriggling tadpole onto his back. One by one, he climbs from the forest floor up tree trunks and towering plants, carrying his precious cargo to tiny pools of water hidden in leaves or bromeliads. The mother later returns to these pools to feed the tadpoles with unfertilized eggs, sacrificing her own energy to ensure their growth. This level of parental care is rare among amphibians, where offspring are often left to chance. Watching a frog hop carefully through the jungle with a tadpole clinging to its back is to witness devotion woven into instinct. The Suriname toad gives birth through holes in its skin, one of the strangest reproductive strategies known. After mating, the female's back becomes soft and spongy, allowing the male to press fertilized eggs into her skin. The skin then grows over them, forming honeycomb-like chambers where the young develop safely. Weeks later, fully formed miniature toads burst directly from her back, emerging into the world from living pockets of flesh. Though unsettling to human eyes, this strategy protects offspring from predators and harsh environments. In the Suriname toad, motherhood reshapes the body itself, turning skin into shelter and back into nursery, an extraordinary adaptation written deep into its ancient lineage. Glass frogs have transparent bodies, appearing almost unreal in their delicacy. In the cloud forests of Central and South America, these tiny frogs cling to leaves, their green backs blending perfectly with foliage. From below, however, their bodies are nearly transparent. Through their skin, beating hearts, coiled intestines, and even developing eggs can be seen. This transparency likely helps them evade predators by breaking up their outline in dappled light. Their appearance is otherworldly, like living windows into anatomy itself. To see a glass frog is to witness life laid bare, fragile yet perfectly adapted. Some lizards can shoot blood from their eyes using shock as defense. The horned lizard of North America, when threatened, can squirt jets of blood from the corners of its eyes, spraying predators several feet away. The blood contains chemicals that taste foul, discouraging attackers. Though costly and disorienting, this defense often works, turning vulnerability into surprise. It is not elegance, but effectiveness made visceral. The basilisk lizard can run across water, defying expectations. Using powerful hind legs and fringed scales, it slaps the water hard enough to trap air beneath its feet, skimming across the surface before sinking. To witness its sprint across a stream is to feel disbelief turn into wonder, physics transformed into spectacle by evolution. Some snakes can glide through the air. In Southeast Asia, paradise tree snakes flatten their bodies and leap from branches, undulating midair to control their descent. By reshaping their ribs, they become living parachutes, sailing silently between trees. What seems impossible is simply survival refined into motion. Though they possess no wings at all, these remarkable snakes are capable of traveling more than 20 meters in a single, controlled leap, steering their bodies midair towards safe and precise landings among branches and leaves. To watch one of these snakes glide is to witness contradiction made flesh. As a creature we instinctively imagine as bound to the ground transforms into a flowing ribbon of muscle and motion suspended in open air. Their bodies flatten and ripple, catching invisible currents as they descend, turning gravity into an ally rather than an enemy. Scientists study this unlikely form of flight to better understand aerodynamics, carefully analyzing how subtle shifts in body shape generate lift and stability, marveling at how something so improbable can appear so effortless and graceful. These gliding snakes remind us that flight is not reserved solely for birds, bats, or insects. In the dense layers of the rainforest canopy, even serpents have found a way to take to the skies, slipping silently between trees like living leaves carried by the wind. Komodo dragons, by contrast, remain firmly grounded, yet they carry a danger just as astonishing. The Komodo dragon, the largest living lizard on Earth, can grow more than 3 meters long and weigh over 70 kilograms, a towering presence of scales, muscle, and ancient power. For decades, scientists believed its lethality came primarily from its sharp, serrated teeth and saliva filled with harmful bacteria. However, research has revealed a deeper secret hidden within its jaws: venom. Komodo dragons possess specialized venom glands that deliver a potent cocktail of toxins directly into their prey. These toxins thin the blood, prevent clotting, and rapidly lower blood pressure, sending victims into shock. When combined with the dragon's crushing, jagged bite, this venom transforms even a single strike into a near-certain death sentence. Komodos rely on stealth and patience, lying motionless as massive ambush predators, capable of bringing down prey as large as deer or even water buffalo. If an animal manages to escape the initial attack, it often collapses hours later, overwhelmed by blood loss and shock, allowing the dragon to follow its scent trail with chilling inevitability. Watching these enormous reptiles move with slow, deliberate steps feels like observing a relic from a prehistoric age. In the Komodo dragon, evolution has preserved a living echo of a far more primal world. Crocodiles embody endurance rather than speed, surviving where others fail through remarkable restraint. With metabolisms far slower than our own, crocodiles can endure weeks or even months without eating, conserving energy in ways few animals can match. One of their greatest secrets lies in their extraordinary control over their own hearts. Crocodiles are capable of slowing their heartbeat to just a few beats per minute, dramatically reducing oxygen consumption while they lie submerged in water or buried within cooling mud. This ability allows them to remain perfectly still for extended periods, waiting endlessly for the exact moment to strike unsuspecting prey. During times of scarcity, this same adaptation lets them survive long stretches without food, enduring conditions that would cause other predators to starve. Crocodiles are living fossils, their bodies refined by more than 200 million years of evolution. Their slow, steady heartbeats echo ancient rhythms, reminding us that survival is not always driven by speed or aggression, but by patience, efficiency, and the quiet power of waiting. In murky rivers and shadowed waters where visibility is poor, some fish have evolved an entirely different form of perception. Certain species communicate and navigate using electricity. Electric fish, such as knifefish and elephant-nose fish, generate weak electric fields around their bodies, forming invisible bubbles of sensation. By subtly altering these electrical signals, they can detect obstacles, locate prey, and even recognize one another in complete darkness. Each fish carries a unique electrical signature, allowing individuals to identify mates, rivals, or neighbors through patterns of pulses and waves. These signals form silent conversations, filling the water with information beyond human senses. For us, electricity powers machines and cities. For these fish, it is as natural and essential as sight or sound. Their existence reveals just how many ways life has found to perceive reality, offering a glimpse into a hidden sensory world humming quietly beneath the surface. Among these electric creatures, none is more famous than the electric eel. Despite its name, it is not a true eel but a specialized knifefish, capable of generating immense electrical discharges, reaching up to 600 volts. Such power is enough to knock a human off their feet and was once known to stun horses that ventured too close. Electric eels use this electricity both offensively and defensively. A sudden, powerful shock can instantly paralyze prey, allowing the eel to consume it whole. At lower intensities, they emit gentle pulses to navigate and sense their surroundings in dark waters. Their bodies function like living batteries, composed of thousands of specialized cells called electrocytes stacked in precise rows. When activated, these cells discharge simultaneously, unleashing a surge of biological lightning. For indigenous peoples of the Amazon, electric eels have long been creatures of awe and caution, respected as embodiments of raw natural power. To encounter one is to feel biology harness electricity in its most untamed form. In the ocean's twilight depths, light itself becomes a tool for survival. Many deep-sea fish do not produce light on their own, but instead host colonies of bioluminescent bacteria within specialized organs. These bacteria emit a steady, living glow, creating lanterns beneath the waves. Some fish use this light as camouflage, matching the faint illumination from above so predators below cannot detect their silhouettes. Others wield it as a lure, drawing curious prey directly toward waiting jaws. This relationship is symbiotic. The fish provide shelter and nutrients, while the bacteria supply illumination. Flashlight fish, for example, carry glowing patches beneath their eyes that they can switch on and off, blinking patterns into the darkness. Though strange to imagine animals powered by colonies of microbes, such partnerships are common in the deep sea. Even in the absence of sunlight, life finds ways to shine together. Squid communicate not through sound, but through color and light. Their skin is alive with motion, layered with pigments and shimmering iridescence. Beneath the surface lie chromatophores, microscopic sacs of color that expand and contract at astonishing speed. With precise control, squid can ripple waves of color across their bodies, shifting from pale translucence to deep crimson in an instant. Scientists believe these displays serve not only for camouflage, but also for communication. Groups of squid often coordinate their color changes, pulsing stripes and spots in synchronized patterns that may signal courtship, warning, or cooperation. Entire schools can flicker like living light shows, conversations unfolding in flashes humans can barely comprehend. To us, these displays resemble neon signs beneath the waves. To squid, they are language itself, a silent dialogue written in endlessly changing patterns of living skin. Despite its ominous name, the vampire squid is not a fierce predator but a fragile master of survival. It inhabits one of the ocean's most hostile regions, the oxygen minimum zone, where oxygen levels are so low that most animals cannot endure. The vampire squid drifts slowly through these depths, conserving energy with soft, gelatinous tissues and a cloak-like web connecting its arms. Unlike its relatives, it does not actively hunt. Instead, it collects marine snow, tiny drifting particles of organic debris, using sticky filaments and rolling them into edible bundles. Its dark coloration and eerie appearance gave rise to its name, yet its lifestyle is gentle and restrained. In waters that seem nearly lifeless, the vampire squid has carved out a quiet niche, surviving through efficiency rather than force. It proves that survival does not always favor strength or aggression, but sometimes patience and adaptation to scarcity. Far deeper still lives the colossal squid, a true leviathan of Antarctic waters and one of the most mysterious animals on Earth. Rarely seen and even more rarely captured, it grows to lengths rivaling the giant squid, but with even greater mass. Its most astonishing feature is its eyes, the largest of any known animal, reaching up to 30 centimeters across, each one the size of a dinner plate. These enormous eyes allow the colossal squid to detect the faintest traces of light in the abyss, whether from glowing prey or the looming shadow of predators like sperm whales. To imagine gazing into such an eye is to feel the vastness of the deep ocean looking back. Ancient, silent, and endlessly watching, colossal squids remain among the most mysterious animals ever to inhabit our planet, their lives unfolding far beyond the reach of sunlight and human observation. Rare encounters and fragmentary evidence are all we have, yet the sheer size of their eyes alone tells us how profoundly dark, vast, and immense their world truly is. Eyes evolved to capture the faintest traces of light, reveal an environment where illumination is scarce and survival depends on detecting the smallest glimmer in endless blackness. In those depths, vision is not about beauty, but about awareness in a universe of shadow. Some deep-sea fish take adaptation even further by making their own heads transparent. In the silent, crushing darkness of the deep ocean drifts one of the strangest creatures known to science, the barrel-eye fish. Its head is not opaque bone, but a clear, dome-like structure resembling living glass, through which its eyes glow faintly green. These eyes do not face forward like ours. Instead, they point upward, scanning the dim silhouettes of prey drifting above while the fish hovers almost perfectly still. When the moment is right, the eyes can rotate forward, tracking food with slow, deliberate precision as it approaches. This extraordinary design allows the barrel eye to live efficiently in near-total darkness, conserving precious energy while remaining constantly alert. The transparent shield also protects its sensitive eyes from the stinging tentacles of siphonophores and other gelatinous predators common in the deep. To see a barrel eye fish is to encounter something truly alien, a creature whose skull is not a barrier but a window, turning its inner workings into a strategy for survival. It is a reminder that in the deep ocean, life rewrites the rules of form itself. The anglerfish uses light as a weapon. Few images of the deep sea are as haunting as the silhouette of an anglerfish, its jagged teeth exposed beneath a softly glowing lantern. From its head extends a fleshy stalk tipped with bioluminescent bacteria that shine like a living light bulb in the abyss. In a realm of perpetual night, this glow becomes irresistible, drawing curious fish and squid closer, mistaking danger for opportunity. When prey drifts too near, the anglerfish snaps its jaws shut with astonishing speed, swallowing animals nearly half its own size. Females, far larger than males, bear these glowing lures, while tiny males sometimes fuse permanently to their bodies, reduced to little more than living appendages that provide sperm when needed. This bizarre existence seems more like fantasy than biology, yet it is the stark reality of deep-sea survival. In the darkness, light is life, and the anglerfish has mastered it, transforming hope itself into a deadly trap. Some crabs survive not by hiding, but by becoming part of their surroundings. Camouflage in the ocean takes many forms, but decorator crabs elevate it into an art. These crabs deliberately pluck pieces of sponge, coral, algae, and even living anemones, fastening them to hooked bristles covering their shells. The decorations break up the crab's outline, blending it seamlessly into the reef. Some choices offer additional protection. Anemones sting potential predators, while certain sponges release toxic chemicals. In return, the crab gives its living decorations mobility, carrying them to new feeding grounds. Watching a decorator crab move feels like witnessing a fragment of the reef walking away, a living garden in motion. What appears whimsical is in fact a finely tuned survival strategy, a collaboration between animal and environment shaped by constant pressure from predators. Hermit crabs reveal that cooperation can emerge even in competition. Unlike other crabs, hermit crabs do not grow their own shells. They rely on abandoned snail shells for protection, and as they grow, they must continually upgrade to larger homes. When a new shell appears, it often triggers remarkable social behavior. Multiple hermit crabs gather, inspecting the shell carefully. If it is too large for the smallest, they form a line from smallest to largest, waiting patiently. As the largest crab moves into the new shell, each crab shifts forward, inheriting the shell just vacated. These vacancy chains can involve a dozen or more individuals, executing a precise, orderly exchange. This cooperation ensures that everyone benefits, transforming scarcity into shared opportunity. Watching hermit crabs trade shells like tenants exchanging apartments is both amusing and quietly profound, a glimpse of social order emerging from simple instincts. Some shrimp can see more colors than humans ever will. Human eyes rely on 3 types of color receptors, allowing us to perceive the familiar spectrum of the rainbow. The mantis shrimp, a small but vividly colored marine predator, possesses up to 16 types of photoreceptors. This allows it to detect ultraviolet and polarized light entirely invisible to us. To the mantis shrimp, the reef is likely an explosion of signals, contrasts, and hidden patterns beyond human imagination. These visual abilities help in hunting and communication, as their shells shimmer with signals meant only for one another. To imagine their perception is to confront the limits of our own senses. They remind us that reality is broader than human experience, and the ocean is filled with colors we will never truly see. Beyond vision, the mantis shrimp wields astonishing physical power. Its club-like appendages strike with some of the fastest movements in the animal kingdom, accelerating so rapidly they create cavitation bubbles. When these bubbles collapse, they release bursts of heat and light. The impact is powerful enough to crack shells, shatter aquarium glass, and stun prey instantly. The force rivals that of a speeding bullet. Remarkably, the mantis shrimp can deliver these strikes repeatedly without injuring itself, thanks to shock-absorbing structures evolved for this exact purpose. Watching one hunt is to witness raw physics brought to life, a small creature harnessing extreme mechanics with explosive precision. Tiny yet fierce, mantis shrimp are gladiators of the reef, hidden in plain sight. Some worms turn darkness into light. In the ocean's twilight zones, where sunlight fades into blackness, certain worms glow with a soft, green bioluminescence. These delicate polychaete worms shimmer gently, their bodies tracing faint patterns in the water. When disturbed, some release glowing particles, leaving behind streaks of emerald light as they retreat. Scientists believe this glow may confuse predators or signal potential mates, but to human eyes it is simply mesmerizing. Unlike the harsh glare of anglerfish or the sudden flashes of squid, the glow of these worms feels gentle, almost like a quiet breath in the dark. Even the smallest creatures find ways to transform survival into beauty. Other life forms build entire cities from chemistry itself. On the ocean floor, where Earth's crust splits open, hydrothermal vents spew superheated water rich in dissolved minerals. As this hot fluid meets cold seawater, metals like iron and copper precipitate, forming towering chimneys of metal sulfides. Some rise several meters high, releasing dark plumes that give rise to the name black smokers. These structures are not barren stone, but the foundation of thriving ecosystems. Tube worms, shrimp, and crabs gather in dense colonies, feeding on bacteria that convert chemical energy into food. In a world without sunlight, these chimneys become skyscrapers of life, monuments to the strange chemistry that makes survival possible in Earth's most hostile environments. Some animals even thrive in boiling water. In volcanic regions, hot springs bubble and steam, reaching temperatures near boiling. For most life, such extremes are lethal. Yet thermophiles not only survive, but flourish. Microscopic bacteria and archaea thrive in these scalding pools, their enzymes specially adapted to function where ours would fail. Some give the springs their vivid colors, painting the water in brilliant yellows, oranges, and greens. These organisms remind us that life does not merely endure extremes. It embraces them, rewriting the limits of what it means to live. Higher organisms, including tiny worms and small crustaceans, have been discovered enduring levels of heat that once seemed completely unimaginable for complex life. In environments where water boils and temperatures approach the limits of chemistry itself, these small but resilient creatures persist. Their existence reveals that the boundaries of life are far wider, more flexible, and more surprising than scientists once believed. To peer into a boiling hot spring and witness movement, growth, and reproduction is to observe resilience in its most astonishing form. In places that appear utterly hostile, nature quietly rewrites the definition of what survival means, demonstrating again and again that life is not limited by human expectations or imagination. Some organisms go even further, thriving in lakes composed of nearly pure acid. There are bodies of water on Earth so corrosive they can dissolve metal, landscapes that appear entirely barren and deadly. And yet, even here, life persists. In the Dalal pools of Ethiopia or in acidic runoff from abandoned mines, acid-loving extremophiles flourish where pH levels drop close to zero. Their cellular structures are uniquely adapted, with proteins and membranes designed to resist chemical destruction. These microbes continue the basic processes of life in environments that resemble chemical nightmares. Some produce pigments so vivid, deep reds, burning oranges, glowing yellows, that the land itself looks painted. These organisms expand our understanding of life's resilience and hint at possibilities far beyond Earth. If life can thrive in acid lakes here, perhaps it could exist in the harsh chemistry of alien worlds. In their quiet persistence, these microbes remind us that life is stubborn, inventive, and unwilling to yield, even to conditions we once deemed impossible. Bacteria have also been found living miles beneath Earth's surface. Beneath our feet lies a vast hidden biosphere, stretching deep into solid rock. In microscopic cracks and water-filled pores, bacteria endure under crushing pressure, isolated from sunlight for millions of years. Some survive by feeding on hydrogen released by slow chemical reactions between water and stone. Others metabolize traces of methane or sulfur compounds. Their life cycles unfold on timescales so long that growth and reproduction may take centuries rather than days. Scientists drilling deep into mines and boreholes have uncovered thriving microbial communities in places sunlight has never reached. This deep biosphere may contain more total biomass than all Earth's oceans combined. An invisible world of life quietly pulsing beneath the crust, changing how we understand our planet. Earth is not only alive on its surface, but alive throughout its depths, humming with unseen persistence. Some creatures survive on nothing but sulfur and heat. Near hydrothermal vents, where scalding water gushes from the seafloor, entire ecosystems thrive without sunlight or oxygen. Giant tube worms, clams, shrimp, and crabs inhabit a world powered not by photosynthesis, but by chemosynthesis, the conversion of chemicals into usable energy. Inside the bodies of tube worms live symbiotic bacteria that use hydrogen sulfide, a gas toxic to most life, as fuel. These bacteria nourish their hosts from within, transforming poison into sustenance. The worms themselves, with blood-red plumes and bodies stretching meters long, appear almost alien, rooted in darkness. Though the environment seems unlivable to us, hot, toxic, and lightless, life flourishes abundantly. These sulfur-powered communities prove that Earth's biosphere does not depend solely on the sun. Life adapts, transforms, and endures wherever energy exists. Extremophiles show that life can exist in almost any condition. Boiling heat, freezing cold, crushing pressure, deadly radiation, acidic pools, alkaline lakes. Wherever humans once believed life impossible, it has been found. Some bacteria endure radiation levels thousands of times greater than what would kill a human. Others survive near total dehydration, lying dormant for decades before springing back to life when water returns. Collectively, extremophiles reveal that life's requirements are not narrow, but astonishingly broad. This realization reshapes how we view Earth and how we imagine life beyond it. If microbes can thrive in acid, ice, and boiling vents, then perhaps life exists on Mars, Europa, or Titan. Extremophiles whisper that life is not fragile, but tenacious, perhaps universal, waiting patiently wherever conditions allow. Birds are living dinosaurs. When you see a robin perched on a fence or a hawk soaring overhead, you are witnessing the direct descendants of ancient theropod dinosaurs. Birds are not merely related to dinosaurs, they are dinosaurs. Feathers evolved long before flight, likely for insulation or display, and were later adapted for gliding and soaring. Modern bird skeletons still carry reptilian echoes. Hollow bones, clawed limbs, and lightweight frames shaped by deep time. Realizing that birds are dinosaurs transforms how we see the past. The age of dinosaurs did not truly end. It simply took to the skies. Every chirp at dawn and every flock in motion continues a story over 200 million years old. If birds represent evolution, crocodiles represent endurance. Modern crocodiles closely resemble their ancient ancestors, having changed little in over 200 million years. Their armored skin, powerful jaws, and ambush tactics proved so effective that evolution left them largely untouched. Crocodiles witnessed mass extinctions, continental drift, and the rise of mammals. Yet they remain. Their survival stems from patience, efficiency, and an ability to slow their metabolism, endure long periods without food, and thrive in diverse waters. A crocodile resting on a riverbank is prehistory made flesh, a living fossil reminding us that sometimes perfection requires no change. Some fish possess both lungs and gills. While most fish rely solely on gills, species like lungfish bridge water and air. Lungfish gulp oxygen at the surface, using primitive lungs to survive when water's dry. During droughts, they burrow into mud, cocoon themselves, and breathe air until rains return. These adaptations are evolutionary relics, echoes of the ancient transition from water to land. They remind us that life's boundaries are fluid. To watch a fish breathe air is to glimpse our own origins, for creatures like these gave rise to amphibians, reptiles, and mammals. Whales evolved from land-walking mammals. Though hard to imagine, the largest animals in the ocean descended from creatures that once walked on shore. Around 50 million years ago, wolf-like animals such as Pakicetus roamed coastal regions. Over time, their descendants adapted to aquatic life. Limbs became flippers, nostrils moved upward, and tails evolved into powerful flukes. Fossils like Ambulocetus show animals equally suited for land and water. Eventually, whales abandoned land entirely. When a whale breaches the ocean's surface, it carries the memory of this long journey, a mammal that returned to the sea. The ancestors of horses were once no larger than small dogs. Modern horses are powerful runners, but 55 million years ago, the dawn horse Eohippus stood no taller than a fox terrier. It had multiple toes and browsed forest plants. As environments shifted to open grasslands, horses grew larger, toes fused into hooves, and diets changed. Horse evolution vividly illustrates how life reshapes itself over millions of years in response to changing worlds. When we watch a horse run, muscles rippling beneath its skin and hooves striking the ground in a steady rhythm, it is easy to forget that this motion carries an ancient story within every stride. The horse is not just an animal of the present moment, but a living record of deep time. Its journey began with a tiny forest-dwelling ancestor, lightly stepping through dense undergrowth, browsing leaves beneath towering trees. Over millions of years, as forests retreated and open grasslands spread across the planet, that small creature transformed. Legs lengthened, toes fused into powerful hooves, bodies grew larger and stronger, built for endurance and speed. From shy woodland browser to thundering grazer of open plains, the horse's evolution mirrors the shifting landscapes of Earth itself, a reminder that animals are shaped not only by survival, but by the changing face of the world they inhabit. Among all animals shaped by Earth's history, the blue whale stands apart as the ultimate giant. The blue whale is the largest animal ever to live, surpassing even the most massive dinosaurs that once walked the land. Reaching lengths of more than 30 meters and weighing as much as 200 tons, it dwarfs every other creature known to science. And yet, this immense leviathan feeds on some of the smallest animals in the ocean. Krill, tiny shrimp-like creatures, are consumed by the millions in a single gulp of seawater. With a heart the size of a small car and a tongue heavier than an elephant, the blue whale embodies both immense power and gentle grace. It glides through the ocean with surprising elegance, its movements slow and deliberate. Its low frequency calls travel for hundreds of kilometers, songs that echo through the depths and connect individuals across vast distances. To share a planet with blue whales is to know that Earth still holds wonders beyond imagination, living monuments to the scale and potential of life itself. Some insects, by contrast, tell a different story, one not of transformation, but of remarkable stability. Insects are among Earth's greatest survivors, and certain lineages have remained virtually unchanged for hundreds of millions of years. Silverfish, dragonflies, and cockroaches appear in the fossil record looking strikingly similar to their modern descendants. Dragonflies once soared through ancient forests with wingspans exceeding 2 feet, long before dinosaurs dominated the land. While their size has diminished, their design has endured, perfected for agility, speed, and aerial control. Cockroaches, often dismissed or disliked, are evolutionary marvels, having survived multiple mass extinctions with little change to their form. To observe these insects today is to witness living fossils, creatures whose bodies have already passed the ultimate test of time. Their persistence teaches us that evolution is not always about constant change. Sometimes, success lies in a design so effective that it needs no reinvention. Life on Earth has faced catastrophe again and again, yet it endures. At least 5 mass extinctions have reshaped the planet, wiping out the majority of species each time. From the Permian extinction, which erased more than 90% of life, to the asteroid impact that ended the age of dinosaurs, each event emptied ecosystems and rewrote the rules of survival. And yet, after every collapse, life rebounded. New species emerged, new forms evolved, and ecosystems were rebuilt. Without these extinctions, mammals might never have flourished and humans might never have appeared. The resilience of life is staggering. Even when nearly everything is lost, evolution continues, reshaping the world anew. Life is not a fragile flame, but a wildfire, dimmed at times, yet always rekindling, burning forward into new eras. Even the coldest continent carries echoes of a greener past. Antarctica today is a frozen desert, but millions of years ago it supported lush forests of beech, ferns, and conifers. Evidence of this ancient world still lingers, preserved in ice and soil. Scientists have discovered plant material, seeds, and spores that still contain fragments of ancient DNA. These remnants reveal what once thrived where ice now dominates. Though these seeds no longer grow, their genetic material is a record of Earth's living history written into molecules. To hold such a remnant is to hold a piece of a lost world, a whisper from a time when Antarctica bloomed with green life beneath a warmer sun. Within our own bodies, ancient history is written just as deeply. Hidden within human DNA are fragments of ancient viruses, relics of infections that struck our ancestors millions of years ago. These viral sequences, known as endogenous retroviruses, make up nearly 8% of the human genome. Most are dormant, harmless echoes of past invasions. Yet some have been repurposed by evolution. One such viral gene plays a crucial role in forming the placenta, making mammalian pregnancy possible. In this way, ancient enemies became essential allies. Every cell in your body carries traces of these long-forgotten encounters, reminding us that evolution does not erase history, but weaves it into something new. We are, in part, built from the remnants of battles long past. Every breath you take deepens that connection to the past. When you inhale, you breathe more than air. You inhale atoms that have passed through countless organisms before you. The carbon you exhale may once have formed part of a leaf, a bird, or a dinosaur. The oxygen you inhale might have flowed through the lungs of an ancient mammoth or dissolved in the blood of a whale. Because atoms are endlessly recycled, each breath connects you to the entire history of life on Earth. Breathing becomes more than survival. It becomes communion with forests, oceans, and creatures long vanished. All life on Earth shares the same genetic code. From bacteria hidden in deep-sea vents to towering oak trees, from hummingbirds to humans, life is written in the same chemical language. DNA, composed of just 4 nucleotides, underlies every organism. The instructions that build a mushroom are written in the same code that builds a whale. This shared language points to a common ancestor, a single spark billions of years ago that gave rise to all living things. The illusion of separation dissolves. Life on Earth is one vast family, endlessly branching, yet rooted in the same origin. And at the deepest level, even our atoms tell a cosmic story. Long before Earth existed, stars lived and died in brilliant supernova explosions. In their fiery cores, elements like carbon, oxygen, iron, and calcium were forged. When those stars exploded, they scattered these elements across the galaxy. Eventually, they became planets, oceans, and living beings. The calcium in your bones, the iron in your blood, the oxygen you breathe were all born in ancient stars. You are not separate from the universe. You are made of it. And so, dear listener, our journey through the wonders of life on Earth comes to a gentle close. Together, we have drifted across forests and seas, deserts and mountains, through deep time and hidden worlds. We have followed life as it adapted, endured, and reshaped itself again and again. If your eyes feel heavy now, you can let them close. Let your breathing slow, steady like waves on a shore. Each breath connects you to everything that has ever lived, a single strand in Earth's vast, unbroken web. For now, there is nothing more you need to do. You are part of this planet, part of its ancient rhythm, part of its unfolding mystery. Let that thought cradle you gently. Sleep well, dream softly, and remember, you carry the story of stars and oceans within you. Good night.